Good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm recording this session. I'm going live. I'm on GoToMeeting. You can find me anywhere. Whew. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started this morning with some breathing exercises. I'm gonna read an excerpt from this book called Daily Om. It's a great way to let's see here as well. So this chapter is called A Positive Shift, The Art of Forgiveness. As I read this, I want you to come to a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall, really grounding into your sit bones. Just get comfortable in this position wherever you are, and begin to close your eyes or have a soft gaze. Rest your hands on your knees, wherever your hands may rest. A positive shift, the art of forgiveness. To forgive really is divine. It takes strength to set aside what is often justifiable anger. It is much easier to hold a grudge, yet when we allow ourselves to put aside that anger and forgive those who have harmed us, we actually do ourselves a great service. Making the conscious decision to let go of pain is the beginning of healing. To do so is challenging. However, because it is easy to become attached to seeing ourselves as victims and hold on to resentment, even when the person who has harmed us is genuinely sorry. Forgiving another is both one of the most difficult and one of the most spiritually rewarding choices we can make. Throughout our practice today, I'm going to continue reading this chapter to all of you and to myself as well. I just thought it was an interesting chapter about forgiveness. And oftentimes we forget that when we forgive, we're actually healing ourselves. So, find a moment in time, maybe yesterday, maybe a week ago, maybe a year ago in your life where you had to forgive someone in order for you to be able to move on, for you to have your own mental peace and awareness. And think about how it felt when you finally forgave. What were the feelings that came up for you? What kind of release did you get? Did you finally feel free? And maybe there are some of you who still need to work on forgiving, and that's totally fine. But just remember that when you do forgive, you have this sense of like freedom, this beginning of healing that you can always go through. And it feels amazing. Wherever you are this morning, take a moment to set an intention for yourself. Along with the intention that you set for yourself, I'm also going to set an intention for you. I don't normally do this, but the intention that I'm going to set is called ahimsa. Ahimsa is nonviolence of your mind, your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So we're particularly going to focus on our mind. However, if you have any injuries in your body and you need to know the difference between pain and discomfort, if it's painful, you're going to back off. If it's discomfort, you're going to breathe into the position. So in ahimsa, physically, we're thinking about, okay, if you're hurting yourself, you're going to stop. You're going to completely back off, okay? That's nonviolence physically. Mentally and emotionally, the thoughts that are going through your mind. If in your mind you're like, oh, I can't do that, or oh, that looks too hard, or this is too difficult for me, those are all not violent thoughts in your brain. They're not like, excessively violent, but they are thoughts in your brain that are negative, okay? So think of negative thoughts. When those thoughts come up, if those thoughts come up, try to switch those thoughts into something positive. So Some of you are commenting on the sound in the background. That's actually rain. It's raining here this morning, and so you might hear the rain through the speakers. So ahimsa, non-violence mentally, emotionally, and physically. With every inhale, begin to lengthen through your spine. And with every exhale, relax the shoulders away from your ears. Relax the muscles in your face. Begin to close your eyes. Notice any tension in your body. Imagine your oxygen as you inhale going through those parts of your body that have or that hold tension. And imagine those muscles just completely releasing and relaxing. We will start our practice with 5 cleansing breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. 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 Come back to your normal breath, whatever breath that might be. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax any muscles where you might feel any tension, or you might be holding tension. Notice where your thoughts are. Allow your thoughts to pass. Come back to your normal breath. And focus on your breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Begin to deepen your breath into an Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling out of your nose, in and out of your nose, and constricting the breath in the back of your throat. Today we're going to be using that Ujjayi breath in challenging poses or challenging positions for you. And we'll be using cleansing breath to let go and to release those muscles in our bodies. Before we begin, I'm going to light some Palo Santo. I know you can't smell this, but you can imagine the benefits of cleansing your air and your space right now. If you have music that you want to set up or you need to set up your space, go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to be pushing my bench back, that way you can see. Palo Santo is holy stick, it's found in South America. If anybody goes to Ecuador, please bring it back. Bring some back for me. Ecuador or Mexico as well. So we're going to meet on hands and knees to begin our practice with cat-cow. I'm just going to push this back. Go ahead and meet in a cat-cow position. Wrists directly below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And begin to take 5 to 6 cat-cows on your own. Dropping your belly, lifting your chest towards the sky. Exhaling belly towards the spine. Drop the weight of your head. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest towards the sky. Exhale, belly towards your spine. Drop the weight of your head. Go ahead and make whatever movements feel good in your body right now. You might just stay in cat-cow. That is totally fine. Option to come to a neutral spine and curve your spine, looking back at your feet, moving your hips side to side. Option to move your hips in a circular motion, taking up space. And seeing if you can move to, as if you're trying to create a circle with your hips. See if you can create some big circles. And if you are moving your hips in a circular motion, go in the opposite direction. Continuing to breathe with this motion. And then wherever you are, bring your knees as wide as your mat, big toes to touch, and sit back into a child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat beneath you. Take a moment to check back in with your intention. Massage your forehead on the mat beneath you. Then begin to press your hands into the ground and lift yourself back up to hands and knees. And from this neutral spine position, you want to keep your belly tucked in towards your spine. So not dropping your belly, but lifting your belly up into your spine. Reach your right arm forward. Really press the ground with your left hand firmly into the ground. Like not just pressing into the ground, and you don't want to just dip into the ground, you want to push away, lifting up. Reach your right arm forward. Press your knees and your shins and the back of your feet into the ground. Option to stay right here or lift your left leg long. Option to keep your left toes on the ground or lift the left foot completely up. You want to create a nice long line from your right middle finger all the way back to your left heel. A long line with your body. Continue to push the floor away. Continue to lift your belly towards your spine. Exhale, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, reach long. When you exhale, curve your spine. Really bring your belly in. Exhale, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Take 3 more here on your own, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. And on your exhale, gently come back down whenever you're ready into your neutral spine. Again, push the floor away with both hands here. Reach your left arm forward this time. Again, we're not dumping into the right shoulder. We're going to lift up from here. Really press the ground away with your knees, your shins, and the back of your feet. Option to lift that right leg up, coming onto your toes, your right toes. Option to stay right here, or lift the right foot up. Long line from your left middle finger all the way to the back of your right heel. Reaching your head forward. We're not looking up, we want to keep our head, neck, and spine in one straight line, so bring your gaze down beneath you. Belly towards your spine. On your exhale, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Curve your spine. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come in. 2 more times on your own, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. And then wherever you are, exhale, come back to your neutral spine. Take 3 cat-cows here, just neutralizing your spine. Begin to walk your hands forward, just 1 palm's length forward. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Be gentle with your body, bend your knees, really push the floor away as if you're trying to reach your chest towards your thighs. Pedal through the back of your feet. These are all just options for you to take. Making movements in your body that feel good for you right now. And breathing. Bend your knees a lot. Drop the weight of your head in between your arms. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Begin to take baby steps all the way to your hands at the top of your mat. Fold over, bend your knees a lot here. And then gently sway side to side, releasing any tension. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side away. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, side away. Bend your knees, gently come up 1 vertebrae at a time. And when you rise, roll your shoulders up, back, and around. Open up your palms to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step your feet back to a high plank position. Take a breath here. On your exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin all the way down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back to downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths here. Begin to take baby steps towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Take a breath here. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, all the way down. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths here. Take baby steps to your feet, to your hands. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, swan dive. One more time, Surya Namaskara. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over, plant your palms, step back into that plank position. Take a breath here. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more breaths here. Take baby steps all the way to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Little back bend here. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Open up your palms. From this position, I want you to bring your hands to a T. Okay. Right arm is going to go under the left. Eagle wrap your arms. You can try to bring your palms together or back of the palms to each other, just like this. Wherever you can, bring your hands, go ahead and do that. Bring your belly towards your spine. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. You want to reach your elbows away from you and in line with your shoulders. And if your hands are coming towards your forehead, try to push your hands away. The action of keeping your elbows in line with your shoulders and really pulling your hands away is what you want to do here. Once you have your hands, you're going to take your right leg and eagle wrap it around the left. If you don't have it to eagle wrap your feet, that's totally fine. You can let it hang just right over left. Option to stay right here and work on these positions. Or option to reach your elbow towards your knees. Inhaling back up. Continuing to breathe with this position. Exhale, elbow towards the knees, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. And then wherever you are, undo your arms, bring your hands in front of your heart. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way back into this lunge position. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. You're going to bring that right heel down. Open up your arms, warrior two. Really reaching in opposite directions. Bend into that left knee. Try not to bring your left knee past your left heel, your left ankle. Keep it stacked directly above your left ankle or right before it. Stack your shoulders directly above your hips. Cartwheel your arms down to a low lunge. Plant your right hand down to the mat. Exhale, lift up from your left. Bring your gaze with you. Look up at your left thumb. Exhale, plant that left hand down on the left side of your left foot. Step your left foot back. Take your flow, chaturanga, or meet in downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, take 5 full breaths. Bend your knees, look in between the palm of your hands. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Open up your palms to the front of your mat. This time, bring your arms to a T. Eagle, wrap your left arm underneath your right. Same thing here. Bring your elbow in line with your shoulder. And whenever you're ready, exhale, push your hands away from your face. Belly towards your spine. When you're ready for your legs, eagle, wrap your left leg over your right. If you're working on this, you're staying right here and you're working on this position. If you'd like to try, elbow to knee. As you exhale, bring your elbow towards your knees. Inhale to stand. Moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. Take 2 more here. Once you come back up to standing, unwrap your arms and bring your hands in front of your heart. Unwrap your left leg over your right and step your left leg back. Bring your left heel down. Open up to warrior 2 on this side. Right toe pointing towards the front. Left leg in a 90-degree angle. Bend into your right knee. Stack your right knee on top of your right heel, right ankle, and reach your arms in opposite directions. You want to keep your shoulders stacked above your hips here. Take a breath. Breathe into the pose. Reach in opposite directions. Relax your shoulders. Go ahead and cartwheel your arms down. Low lunge. Plant your left hand down and reach up with your right arm. Bring your gaze with you. Look up at your right middle, right thumb. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Step your right foot back. Take your flow, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take 5 full breaths here in your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side away. Take 4 more at your own pace. Bend your knees. Look in between the palm of your hands. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Open up your palms to the front of the mat. From here, reach your arms up, palms facing each other. Step your left foot all the way back, high lunge. From here, plant your left foot down on a 45-degree angle. You want to keep your hips square with your mat, reaching your arms up. Option to keep your hands apart, or option to reach your palms forward and together, bringing your gaze to your thumbs. Lift up from your lower back, bring your belly towards your spine. Bend into that right knee a little bit more. Breathe in this position. Reach your arms back, interlace your fingers behind your back, open up your chest. Exhale, devotional warrior. You're trying to reach your right shoulder to your inner right knee. Let everything go here. Let the weight of your head go. Continuing to reach your arm up and away from your body. Let your palms lead you and reach back up, lifting your chest, giving yourself a little back bend, bringing your palms back together into warrior one. Back from your warrior one, begin to shift your weight. Bring your palms in front of your hands, shift your weight into your right leg and reach forward. Warrior three. Option to keep your hands in front of your heart or reach forward with your hands. Exhale, step back into a high lunge position. And then come back down. Plant your palms on either side of your right foot. Step your right foot back. Take your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If at any time during your flow you need to take a child's pose, go ahead and take it. Take your rest. Hydrate. Towel off. Do what you need to do. 3 more breaths here in your downward facing dog. On your last exhale, bend your knees, look in between the palm of your hand, step or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, step your right foot back into a high lunge position. Plant your right foot on a 45-degree angle, coming into warrior one. Make sure your hips are squared with the mat in front of you. Belly towards your spine, lifting your chest. Bending into that left knee. Option to keep your arms facing one another or bring your palms together. Bring your gaze to your thumb. And breathe into this pose. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Reach back, opening up your chests for a little back bend here. Exhale, fold in, devotional warrior. Left shoulder to your inner left knee if you can, or as close as possible. Let the weight of your head go. Reach your arms up and away from you, trying to reach towards the mat in front of you, the top of your mat. Breathe into this pose. Using your hands, lift yourself up, lift your chest back up. Come into that warrior one. Bring your palms in front of your heart. Begin to shift your weight into the left leg. And come into warrior three on the left side. Really pressing that right foot back, pressing the left foot into the ground. And extending that right leg. Option to extend your arms in front of you. Bring your gaze to the floor beneath you. On your exhale, step back into a high lunge. And then exhale, palms down. Step your left foot back. Take your flow, and we'll meet in a child's pose. Wherever you are, Find yourself in a child's pose. Option to bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch and sit back. Option to bring your knees together and sit back. Reach your arms by your side. For the wide-legged child pose, if you'd like to try this, you can reach inside for your heels and then come down. Or come onto your chin. Different variations of child's pose. Go ahead and take it now. Come back to the intention that you set. While forgiveness is a noble act, research shows that the person who offers it benefits as much as, and perhaps more than, those who are forgiven. Expressing true forgiveness is empowering because it helps us to stop feeling like victims and allow us to dispel our own suffering at having been wronged. Our levels of rage and hostility decrease, while our capacity to love increases. We are better able to control our negative emotions, and we have an enhanced ability to trust. We are freed from the control of past events, which can help us stop repeating destructive behavior. Both our physical and mental health improve. Although many people feel forgiveness is something that must be asked for or earned by another, it is actually a gift we give ourselves. Wherever you are in your child's pose, bring your knees in line with your hips. That might be moving your child's pose a little bit. And on your inhale, begin to reach forward, lifting your hips directly above your knees. So stack your hips above your knees. And you might come here into this position. Maybe you can't reach your chest towards the ground. That's totally fine. Bring a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead here. I'm going to give you different variations. Another option is to reach your arms forward. Bring your forehead to the mat beneath you. Another option is to reach your chin towards the mat and your chest towards the mat. And really sink into the floor beneath you. Breathe into this position. Use your Ujjayi breath. And begin to lean forward onto your forearms. Measure your forearms. Make sure they're in line directly below your shoulders. Bring your hands into a plank position. Lift your knees off the ground, curl your toes under. Lift your hips up to a dolphin pose. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit. Let the weight of your head go. Play with walking your feet in and walking your feet out. Once you have your feet walked in, option to play with lifting one leg up at a time. If you have forearm stand or forearm balance in your practice, go ahead and take it at this time. Option to stay right here or lower your knees and come into a child's pose. If you are in forearm stand, take your time. Wherever you are, we're going to meet on our backs. Come lying on your backs. Get there however you want to get there, whatever transitions you want to take. Maybe you want to flow, Maybe you just want to flip over. Once you are lying on your back, bend your knees, bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Make sure you can actually touch your heels a little bit with your middle fingers, just being able to tickle your heels. We'll take 3 bridge variations. Variation 1, lift your hips up. Imagine a block or a ball in between your thighs and you're trying to squeeze it together. That will protect your lower back and your knees. Your belly comes past your nose. Continue to breathe in your natural Ujjayi breath. Take 3 more breaths here. Lift up a little bit more. On your exhale, gently lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Option to take this first bridge variation or the second one, lift your hips up. Walk your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers behind your back if you can, or just keep your palms facing down. Lift your hips up a little bit more. Again, imagine a block or ball in between your thighs and you're trying to squeeze it together. Take 3 full breaths here. Release your hands. Remove your shoulders from underneath you and gently lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet as wide as the mat and windshield wiper your knees. Windshield wipering your knees just releases the tension in your lower back, if there's any tension. Option to take bridge 1 variation or bridge 2 variation, or option to go into a full wheel. If you'd like to practice full wheel with me, bring your hands directly above your shoulders, fingers facing your shoulders, elbows facing towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale in and come onto the top of your head. From this position, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, push all the way up. You want to reach your chest towards the front of your mat. Make sure your feet are in line with your knees. Option to stay right here, or maybe lift your heels up. Take at least 3 breaths here. And as you exhale, gently lower back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet as wide as the mat and windshield wiper your knees. Wherever you are, hug your knees into your chest. Gently sway side to side. Maybe circle your knees in one direction. And then circle your knees in the opposite direction. Keep both knees hugged in. Hold on to both knees with your right arm. Open up your left arm into a T position and let your legs fall over to the right side, supine twist. Take any variation of supine twist you'd like. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Hug both knees back in. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the left side. Bring your right arm to a T. Bring your gaze over to your right shoulder. Try to keep your right shoulder down. Again, take any variation of supine twist. Bring your knees back in. Option to do legs up the wall. If you have a wall in your vicinity, a door, you can bring your legs up the door as well. If you have a wall and you want to practice inversions, go ahead and practice any inversions you'd like to practice. We're going to take the next 3 minutes just to do any inversions you'd like. Shoulder stand, maybe another full wheel. I'm actually going to bring my mat to the door and practice an inversion myself. Okay, wherever you are in your inversion, gently come back down. Take a child's pose. Let the blood that is rushing come back into your body. And then whenever you're ready, join me lying on your back. Whew. Make whatever movements feel good in your body at this time. Maybe a happy baby, knees to chest. Just any movements that you need. And then find yourself in a Shavasana. Laying on your back, palms facing the ceiling. Coming into your normal breath, whatever breath that might be, just notice your breath right now. When you are ready to let go of your anger and forgive, it can be helpful to do so internally, whether or not you intend on telling the one who wronged you. It does not matter if the person has passed on or you are not in contact with one another anymore. Keep the individual you want to forgive in your mind's eye, but do not dwell on past actions or words. As you concentrate on this image, sincerely wish for the other person everything you would want for yourself. Do so as long as and as many times as it takes. It may be days, months, or even a year before you notice a change. But you will know when you are finished, because you will sense a positive shift and feel free. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your diaphragm and your chest. Exhale, sigh it away. Deep breath in through your nose, filling up your diaphragm and your lungs. Exhale, sigh it away. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it away. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a soft white light at the top of your head. As this soft white light enters through the crown of your head, feel this light's warmth and the ability to relieve any tension in any spaces you may feel throughout your entire body as it travels down your body. Soft white light is reaching towards your throat and releasing. It's making its way down your shoulders, into your chest, and releasing. Coming into your arms, reaching your fingertips, and releasing. Making its way down to your abdomen, your belly button, and releasing. Soft white light is coming down your hips and your glutes, and releasing. Making its way down your quads, your thighs, your hamstrings, and releasing. The soft white light is wrapping around your knees and into your calves, your shins, and releasing. Making its way to your ankles, your heels, the bottom and the top of your feet, all the way through your toes and in between, and releasing. Imagine your entire body covered in this soft white light. And as you take a deep breath in, you feel this soft white light encompassing your entire body and expanding outside of you. And as you exhale all of that tension away and out of your body, take another breath in. Exhale and release. One more deep breath in. Exhale and let it all go. Focus on the sound of your own breath, inhaling and exhaling. bring your awareness back into your breath. Bring awareness back into your body. Make gentle movements. Reach your arms long above your head and point your toes, giving yourself a long stretch, extending your body in opposite directions. Bend your knees and roll over to the right side in the fetal position. The fetal position is the position of rebirth and reawakening, as if you've just been given a new life to live. Give gratitude to the way your body moves and breathes. Give gratitude where gratitude is deserved. Take 5 full breaths here. Whenever you're ready, gently push yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed or a gentle gaze in front of you. Take a deep breath in, cleansing breath. Exhale, sigh it away. 2 more times, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it away. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it away. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Press your thumbs into your sternum. I'm going to Om 3 times. You may choose to Om with me or just listen to the sound of Om. Inhale. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I will be on again tomorrow evening, Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday, I think I said I would be on at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I don't remember. I have to go back to the schedule and see. So I will be online. I will be teaching a bunch of different classes. Please come see me and forgive so that you can start healing and forgive yourself.